Hey guys, today this video I kind of wanted to do to cover batch renaming, and this is a feature that is, as far as I know, is included in KDE. So even if you're not using Arch Linux as your base, if you are using KDE, this should work. So let me show you kind of what we're looking at. Here in front of you, you'll see I've got 12 files, and they are MKV files, which is a video format, right? And you can actually see that they are labeled HOTD 1 through 12. Well, what I want to do is I want to rename all of these so that instead of showing HOTD, it actually lists the name of the show. Okay, because what this is here is this is the first, or the 12 episodes in season 1 of an anime that I like. It's called High School of the Dead, and but what I want to do is I want to rename that so it actually says High School of the Dead, and then I also want to specify that this is season 1, and that's just really just thinking ahead for when future seasons come out. It'll be very easy for me to keep them in the proper order. Okay, but the thing is, the way this would normally work is to rename it, you'd right click on it, you'd go down here to rename, and then you'd have to type it in. So like this, I would have to do High School of the Dead, like this, and then name it, like I said, I'd want to name it Season 1, Episode 1, or actually 01 is how I would like to do it. See, I want all of these to look like this. And that's what we're kind of looking at. So what I want to do is, instead of having to, like I said, go through and having to type each one of those, I want to do them all at once. And there's a real easy way to do that. The important thing for you to keep in mind is that before you start, they need to be in the proper order. They need to appear in your window in the proper order, because it is going to rename them, numerically, one right after the next. So 1 through, in this example, 1 through 12. Okay, so let me show you how to go ahead and do that. Just like I said, if you're going to do this, make sure they're in the right order before you get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all. Then I'm going to go over and right click on it, on any one of them, it doesn't matter which. Go down to rename, click on that, and it opened it up in the other monitor. Let me pull that over real quick. And so this is the window that's going to open up for you, and you'll say rename the 12 selected items to. So this tells you how many you have selected, okay, so that you do want to kind of check that. And right down here where it's already lit up for you, and the cursor is of course blinking down here, this is where you're going to type in your naming format, essentially how you want it to look, the format it's going to follow. So in this capacity, it's really simple. I'm just going to do High School of the Dead, and I want to specify that it's season 1, and then episode. Now the number sign is going to be replaced by the file number, just like it says down here. Number will be replaced by ascending numbers starting with, and over here, which is also editable, it's going to start with number 1. Now this box in itself is actually very useful if you're adding on to another. Let's say you're going through a folder that's got a bunch of pictures in it, and you're finding all these pictures of an event, let's say a wedding as an example, and you want to have the file name reflect that this is from a wedding or a date, or somebody's wedding, whatever, however you want to have your format set up. And like I said, let's say you did one batch, there was 5 in that batch, and let's say as you were going through you found 5 more. Well, that's fine. What you can do is set it up the same way, but have it start, since you already had 1 through 5, you'll have it start at 6. You see? So it's a good way of adding on to a list that you already have and getting it in order, so it displays in order. Now for my application, I only want 1. What I also like to do is I like to have a preceding 0. I have 12 files, so that's 2 decimal places, obviously. So I want a preceding 0 on that. The way to do that is just to add another number sign. Okay, so what this represents is the minimum number of decimal places. So what this will do is add that preceding 0. Okay, so and you'll note that I did not add .mkv. Again, I talked about that a second ago. It's going to retain that format, so I don't have to put that in there. Okay, so like I said, the file extension you don't put in. So this all being done, if I click rename, there you see they've all been renamed in the proper order accordingly. So this is now essentially all set. So hopefully this has helped you out, guys. You know, it's really useful, especially when you're talking about pictures. You can also do it if you've like ripped one of your CDs or something, like I do. I put all of my CDs into files and I save them, you know, on my hard drive so that I can access, you know, that music anytime. But you can use it for that. You can use it for pictures. You can use it for pretty much anything that you need to have any kind of a standard naming order, you know, to it. Anyway, I hope you have found this very useful and informative. And if you have, please like and subscribe. That really helps out a lot. And also, I want to let you know, which I'm trying to do the last couple videos, let you know about BahamutOS.com is now up and live. I'm still working on it, still work in progress, but you are more than welcome to come over and register for the site. By registering, you can get this wallpaper that everybody seems to like so much. And I will be adding more content to it as I go along. I've got a few projects that I'm working on right now, but that one is up and going. Additionally, I want to let you know that there is also on the right-hand side of the right-hand sidebar, there is a section that has a live RSS feed from archlinux.org, so that if you want to, you know, check back with the site every so often, if there's any news that comes up regarding your Arch Linux installation, important information that you need will show up there. You can click on it and go straight, you know, into the article, and it'll tell you a lot of times what you need. It's definitely one way that I keep up with any pertinent information regarding my Arch Linux installation. So with that being said, again, if you found the video useful, please like and subscribe. We'll see you at BahamutOS.com, and thanks a lot for watching, guys. Appreciate it.